Welcome, greetings, and salutations. And again, just like the last two lives, this one was the first one, and this one the second one. I am going to draw bugs on a sticky note, or, well, technically a bug and not bugs, because I usually just draw one in each live. I didn't cut that properly. Not enough. Yeah, there he goes. Oop, bumped you guys there a bit. Okay, again, sticky notes, and just gonna take off one and then position it so that I can start drawing the bug. And today's reference, that is still bad. Okay, there. I guess that's better. I'm trying to get lined up. Okay, there it goes. In today's reference, it is a morph, a very beautiful one. It is this one. Very beautiful and very colorful. I thought the yellow sticky note would fit better with everything. It would look a bit more cohesive. Because otherwise, the other color of sticky notes that I have left, the last one, is this purple, which it doesn't really fit with the green. It would at least stand out well, but I do want some consistency between all the bugs and try to, color coordinate it and stuff. But I think I'm just gonna start drawing. And like I did with this one, I am gonna try and plan out a bit more better than I did with that one. I think its legs will start there, and then its head is here. So its middle would be here. So that's more or less the middle of the page. I wonder how accurate that is, though. Because I just eyed that middle spot. It might actually be. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I'm chuffed with myself. That is. I guessed that middle, and it's like exactly the middle. I'm good at guessing, guys. I'm really good. Not to boast my ego, but that was impressive. I just impressed myself with just finding the middle. That was weird. Okay, the wings, at least with this one, it doesn't have legs that I would need to tuck in if I didn't plan right. So with this bug, I can just plan out where the wings should stop, which would be more or less there at least. Otherwise, not everything would fit in. But from I can see, the wings are quite straight, so they'll have to go like that. There. That one goes a bit more up. I think that is more or less equal. I can guess the middle, but angles I cannot guess for the life of me. Okay, I think that is kind of how the wings are. In the reference picture, as you can see here, the wings are straight and then they kind of tuck in a bit. So I'm gonna try and do that. And also, it does seem like the wings have a little bit of transparency. For example, that I'm guessing is like the underwing, or it's either a pattern, but I don't believe it's a pattern. I think that is like this wing is transparent, and that's just like the, what do you call it? I do not know bug terminology, but that's the wrong word. Wow, that just slipped out. But I think it's like, bugs have like one set of wings and then another. Well, that bottom part is kind of what is shining through, I think. Hey, Mason. Welcome to the stream. And like I said, I'm trying to kind of bring those wings in, I think, from here. Like that. Might be a bit too sharp of a turn. I think like that. Okay. And now just with this one. Like that. Okay. I think that is kind of okay. I might just bring this one a bit more in like that. Okay. And from the middle, I'm just going to make this wing go over the other one a little bit. Then it kind of, it goes like this and then it suddenly goes straight. So it's a bit down and then straight. That is not equal. I might need to move this just a bit more like that. Like that. Again, I think I made this wing a little bit more on the thicker side. I'm just going to move everything a bit more to the right. Like that. I think that's a bit better. Then the wings go like this. Okay, so that's kind of the wings done. Then the body is... I might need to shorten the wings though. They are not that long. They are, but they kind of begin from here. Okay. And the body is a bit round, but it has these little fluffy... I don't know what you would call that, but it is like the red parts that go down from its head. So I'm just going to add that and make it look fluffy so that I would at least remember to make it fluffy. Okay, there. And this is also fluffy. Well, most of moths are fluffy. And the wings go from there. Okay, so that's most of the body down, and it does not look like a moth yet. Hopefully, when I start adding everything in, like the head and stuff, it starts looking like a moth. And I think I'm going to start with the legs, which are very similar to these ones, which have sections in them. So I'm just going to make it look similar. Okay, one down, just the other one, which it should go, I think, yeah, like that. Like that. And then the upper legs, I am going to have to bring in again because planning did not go as planned, sadly. I'm just gonna have to do that. Although I might be able to bring it down just a bit and then make it look as if it's kind of like bending. Like that. Okay, I might be able to get away with doing that. Okay, I think I got away with bending the legs in. Now it's just for the head, which there is this thing again, fluffy. I think like that. Yeah, okay. And the cute little eyes, which are always adorable, no matter what morph it is always so freaking cute to look at. Although they are a bit more together. Okay, there it goes. It is looking a bit more like a morph and not like a crab fluffy mix of a creature. Now for the little antennas, which I'm just gonna do that with. There it goes. Adorable. And I'm just gonna try and give it a little bit detail so that when I do add color and pen and everything that will finish this off, it won't be so hard trying to follow the lines. Okay, I think that is the baselines done. Now it is for the wing details. It kind of has a rim of yellow. It's like a grayish yellow that goes around from its wings. Both wings, of course. So I'm just going to add that in. Okay. And it has a few markings. Like here is a black dot and here too. And here and here and I just noticed that this marking kind of forms a smile on both wings. It is actually really adorable. I've just noticed that. This is on the reference. Its wings form a smiley face. That is absolutely adorable. I am definitely going to add that in for sure. Though mine looks a lot more creepy because it needs to be a bit more thinner. There you go. And again, the same markings on either side, more or less. Okay. And I am going to add in the veins. I'm not sure that I'll be able to add the like transparency of the wings in. That's going to be a bit more harder to add in or to show with like color and paint. But I might be able to do it if I put a lot less more detail in them. So those are the wings that is shining through from the underside. I'll keep them in. I might just take them out later, but if I find a way to kind of, show the transparency of the top wings, I will keep those lines in. But if I see that it's just too much detail on the wings for the mediums I'm going to use, I'm just going to take it out. And of course, just going to draw a bit of the wing veins. Okay. And this one's, which is very similar. Okay. So the veins are in and the markings are in. I might just add a bit more fluffiness around just to make sure that when I do redraw it basically again, I don't forget to add as much fluffiness as I can into this drawing. I might be able to make its wings look fluffy as well if I add, like, when I do color this in, just a bit more, not a straight line. It's a bit more, whatever you would call this. Again, I will try and keep that smiley face in, though on a reference, the yellow line that kind of goes around each wing does obstruct it, but hopefully if I add like that, it will still look like a smiley face, because, I mean, I can't take that smiley face out. It's just too cute. Okay, I think that is everything. On the reference picture, the wings kind of hide the legs, so I can't really add the other pair legs because they won't really stick out. But what I will do is I am going to just thin the wings out just a bit because they are just a smidge too thick, like that. Just going to have to move those markings a bit to the side. Okay. There. Okay, I think that is a little bit better. A bit more accurate to how the body would look. Okay. Yeah, I think that is a bit better. I might go from off of the reference and just add a bit of feetsies showing through here. Though I think technically they would be here. Yeah, they would be lower. They would be right here, I think. I don't think. Okay, this is not on the reference, so I'm sucking this out of my thumb and hoping that it works, because with two legs or two sets of legs, it looks a bit strange, but I think I'm just gonna add like a set of legs that go off of here. Maybe if they need to be higher, but I can't bring them up much higher, otherwise I think that would be the line that the legs would be on. Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys can draw with me if you really want to, because it is always fun to draw with people, especially if, like, if they can talk better. But I'm not English, so I will fall over my words a lot. I think those legs work there. I think. Maybe if I add other side, it would look a bit better. Again, they're not. The more I try and redraw them and erase and redraw them, the more I'm ruining this sticky note. Maybe I should just add the legs coming out from there. That looks a little bit better. I think I'm going to draw the legs from there. That would be from here. Okay. Okay, that looks that looks a bit better. Okay. Yeah, they were a bit too high slash low. And I will lower these. They do not need to be that high on this. And the body goes over that. So you can't really see where the legs connect and where they end or start. Okay. I think that's looking a bit better. Okay, from all the erasing, it is a bit hard to see what's happening here, but I'm going to see if I can at least try and clean it up just a bit. I think I'm going to erase the transparency showing the under wings because that is just a bit too many lines on the wings and it already has like the veins and stuff. So I'm just going to erase those lines and it will help just make the wings look a little bit more clear and easy to understand what is going on, on the wings. Again, fluffy, and then that side. Okay, yeah. That is looking a little bit more better, and I think I'm just going to keep those lines out. Okay. I will make that one a bit thinner and maybe even bring it in more to the side. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes, that is looking better. Okay, now the head doesn't look so strange for me. Okay, yep, it's looking better. A lot better. Oh, it's actually looking kind of cute. Okay, I'm happy with that. And again, like I said, I will try and keep the smiley face in. Or not try, I'm going to keep that smiley face in just because the reference have it. And because the reference has it, I can keep it in. Because it's accurate. The wings do have like these dots almost on them. Not completely black, but very gray, so they do stand out a bit. I'm just going to do that, and hopefully I remember that it has dots. Luckily, I'm saving every reference that I get on Pinterest, so luckily I can easily just go look into the what do you call it, like folder, and I could easily retrieve these drawings or like the references that I got for them. Okay, I think I'm done with that one. Another one done. And now we only have one more sticky note color left, and I am definitely going to do one of not these bugs, but a similar bug that has a hard shell covering its wings. I'm definitely going to do it on this one, but its wings open, showing the wings and everything. So I'm really excited for that one, but it's going to be a lot more detailed than these three. And it will probably take more energy and more concentration. And it is currently like almost 12 in the night for me. So my concentration is not perfect and it's not good. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm really tired. But I really wanted to draw. So I thought I would. Oh, sorry. I would bring you guys along with me and just draw along. But I'm really tired. I'm done with this one. This is the best I can do with 3 hours of sleep and a hard days of work. So I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I have a few other things that I need to do, but I'm almost gonna go to bed. But these are done, and one more sticky note color left, which I will either do a live tomorrow or on Sunday, but I will see. Maybe I will see some of you guys there, but thank you for watching, and remember to give this live a like and just take care of yourselves, drink water, very important, remember to drink water, and take care of yourselves and do not stay up as late as I am staying up in the night, please. It does not work. It is very unhealthy. But take care of yourselves and enjoy your day, and just thank you for watching and thank you for being here. Bye.